G'day, welcome, and thanks for joining us once again. Appreciate it. I've had a bit on. I haven't really been doing a lot on this car as such, because I'm just trying to sort of, to be quite honest, put a few more funds back into the old build account, or the account build. So I've just taking a bit of a rest from this one at the moment. I've had a few people asking me sort of what happened to the red car and so forth. You know, what, did you sell it, this, that and the other? No, I haven't sold it. Here it is here. Once again, I've just had this sort of stuck away in the corners as such, just while I've been working on this one and trying to, you know, get this one sort of to the point where it's almost going, sort of thing, and yeah, not just trying to blow the budget as such. So yeah, what I thought I might do is something a little bit different this time, and I've got some old footage of when our car club, the SMASA, the Street Machine Association of South Australia, SMASA, hired the old Mitsubishi test track at Tailem Bend, which is actually now the Bend, Tailem Bend, the Bend circuit up there at Tailem Bend. Yeah, they basically speaking hired the venue, which was basically sitting dormant, put some timing lights up there, and put it out there for our club and a few others to come up and run a timed 8th mile, which was fantastic because we didn't have a drag strip at the time. Anyways, what I'll do is that's the sort of my current setup at the moment. When I was out, when we took the car up to Tailem Bend, we were actually running this turbo here. The can's here just for size. I haven't drank that. That was from last night. So basically speaking, this was the old turbo that was on it. This is actually a copy of a whole set turbo. When I actually took this to Bill to see if, because it was actually leaking oil, when I actually asked him, you know, like, can we rebuild it, what can we do with it, he said, you know, look, you know, I said, you know, it is a whole set, and he said no, it's not from the rust, it's actually on the back turbine wheel. So what we did is, basically speaking, he built me a Garrett roller bearing turbo, which is this one here. That one over there, that's off of the car, the old one, it was actually just a $600 eBay turbo. So, you know, no great loss, like Bill said. You know, you got your fun out of it, you got the car going and everything like that. Let's, you know, refine it now. So once again, you know, that old turbo wasn't even really boosting in first gear. So and once again, the car was running 5-pound boost back then at Tailem Bend. It is still actually only running 5-pound boost. I'm actually going to turn it up a bit because and well, I was going to do a lot of things, but then all this COVID come in. So basically speaking, I've just sort of left everything on hold at the time being, and just mucking around with, once again, the gold car. So what I reckon I might do is I'll run the videos, I reckon, and then I'll come back and show you and go through a few bits and pieces on the car. Once again, a lot of people ask questions regarding that. And then what I'll do is I've actually got some footage that my wife shot of the car. So basically speaking, my wife actually did both the footages, the footage that's at Tailem Bend that I'm about to show, and then also the footage of this car when we had it on the dyno at the Chryslers on the Murray. So yeah, enough waffling. What I'll do is I'll run the clips. Once again, very grainy footage. This was filmed back in 2011. So yeah, I apologise for some of the wind noise and the grainy footage, but yeah, you get the basic idea. And once again, we're only running 5-pound boost on a set of Hankook tyres. So they're just a Hankook road tyre, nothing special, as we weren't even allowed to run slicks on the day or anything like that, because once again, it was just, you know, a come and try day as such. So yeah, once again, enough waffling, and yeah, enjoy.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, that's good.
Here he goes with this one. Going the vet's been letting his tyres down.
Oh, has he?
Yep. Trying to get him there.
Well, that's the secret, really, isn't it?
He's been trying to find the secret all day, I think.
Well, that's good. That's good experimenting.
Sweet looking car. Down earlier, I think.
Alrighty, so I hope you enjoyed that. Yeah, like I said, that was a really fun day. Had a lot of our friends there and that sort of stuff. So yeah, it was actually, like I was saying, a really fun day. What I'll do now is I'll just run through a few things on the car. Like I said, a lot of people sort of asked me that. So the car, the engine itself is. Now the engine itself is exactly this. It is a bone stock standard engine apart from a boost reference cam, a boost reference crow cam, a double roll timing chain, and that's it. Yeah, that's it. Hypertectic pistons. I'm still actually it hasn't even got roller rockers. It's still just running, just you know, you press bloody rockers, just bottom out. Job done. The whole idea of this whole build was to keep it simple and make power. Once again, you know, it's just a bone stock motor. We run it on straight gas. You know, I'm a big fan of John Colitis and Jason Gillers with what they've achieved with the gas. They were a massive inspiration to me going down this path with running straight gas. So we've got our dual B2 converters. Over here, we're running a gas research throttle body. I did have an intercooler in it. I am not running an intercooler at the moment. Now that I'll be getting this car on the road, like I was saying, I'm going to go, you know, a little bit sort of, yeah, I'm going to, you know, sort of turn this one up a bit. So I'll probably put my intercooler back in there. Literally speaking, my intercooler sits like right down to here, so it is really quite deep. What else have we got? Oh, we've got a Garrett turbo, which is a GT 3576R. Extremely happy with that. Spools up straight away as soon as I get into it. So yeah, once again, that was definitely money well spent. We're running naturally Turbo Smart Pro Gate down there. What else have we got here? We've got once again Turbo Smart blow off valve, running full ICE ignition. I'll get into that a bit more. Billet distributor down there, ICE billet distributor. Once again, extremely happy with that. Oh, and that was another thing when we were running out at Tailem Bend in those last clips. We only had an MSD 6AL on it. I didn't have any of this ICE stuff. I took all the MSD stuff off of this car and went all with ICE, and I have not turned back, and that is not a plug for them. It is just, I'm just absolutely wrapped with their product. It's absolutely just plug and play. Have not mucked around with it because we're running boost retard on this as well. So when it gets, when it starts to make boost, we start to take timing out of it naturally. Running methanol injection into the car, another great function feature that I put on the car. Have not looked back. It allows me to not only cool the charge that's going into the plenum, and this plenum does get bloody hot. It also allows me to adjust my AFRs if need to. So yeah, once again, very, very simple setup, because you know, to be quite honest, I'm about as sharp as a bowling ball when it comes to all this sort of stuff. So yeah, once again, we've got our AFR meter on it as well. So I think that sort of pretty much covers what we got going on out here. Just a standard style 3-core radiator. I'm sort of looking maybe at putting a electric water pump on it, just to try and sort of make a bit more room down there, because I'm not sure whether the camera will pick that up, but yeah, I've literally got absolutely bugger all room, as most of the boosted guys sort of get as well. So once again, you know, we're not running intercooler, but I'll probably be putting that back in there, not because on the street that I need it, but just maybe if we start doing some quarter mile, 8th mile stuff with it as well. So yeah, so that's pretty much what's going on in the engine bay. Alrighty, so yeah, inside the car, well, I'll get down to the transmission to start with. I run a full manual reverse pattern, 904. I've converted the block to suit the 904, drilled and redowed the block to, like I said, to accommodate to the 904. Got like I said, fully manualized reverse pattern on that, and then we've also got a what does it work out to? I think it works out to about 3, depending on the torque of the engine, roughly between 3,000 to a 3,500 stall converter in it. So yeah, once again, 904 reverse pattern, full manual reverse pattern, and about a 3 to 3.5 grand converter. Once again, just depends on how much boost and torque we put through the, just depending on how much, you know, it sort of it flares up to. We run, once again, running the ICE. I hope that picks it up. High ICE ignition down there. Literally, that's just a push button to adjust the boost retard that we take out of it, and we're also running 2-step. So there's my 2-step button down there as well. So yeah, extremely happy with the ICE stuff. Like I said, once again, it's literally been plug and play and just muck around with a couple of settings, and it's been fine. So, and also I'll get back to that once we've finished with the dyno video. I've run a Innovate LM2 AFR meter as well. We can also data log with that, just to check naturally our AFRs and for tuning as well. I have never put, well, I put this car on the dyno at Chryslers on the Murray, but before then I had never put it on the dyno. And once again, the dyno operator was extremely impressed that I'd done all the tuning on the street myself. I'm not going to pat myself on the back, because once again, that there made it extremely easy, and so did the water methanol injection, or methanol injection, depends on how much water you want to run. We just got some simple water oil gauges down there, boost gauge up here, some rocket switches for ignition, fans, and water methanol, and a trans brake one on this side, so active trans brake, two-step, sorry. So yeah, pretty much that's pretty much that for inside of here, and the transmission. And we've got a Momo steering wheel as well, and it's not a knockoff, it's actually a genuine Momo. So yeah, I accommodated that from one of my buddies from years ago. So yeah, no, that's a nice wheel. Alrighty, I'll go on to the rear end. Okay, so really not a lot happening back here. I've got a lot of tidying up to do in this boot as well. I'm going to remount my water methanol kit. So we've got our gas tank, we've got our Optima battery in the boot, and then once again we've got our water methanol kit. So yeah, that's pretty much where it runs. So you got your tank, an anti-siphon valve so it doesn't suck or siphon when it doesn't need to, and then through into the pump, and these pumps, they actually pump a truckload of pressure. So that's made in the good old US of A. So yeah, that's a snow performance methanol kit. And once again, if you're running a boosted car, that's very old school sort of technology. It's nothing new, but a lot of people in the States run it, but not many people talk about it, because it's pretty much you know, it's a known and common thing. Although when I sort of mention it here to a few people in Australia to run water methanol, they sort of turn their nose up and tell me they're running E85. So that's okay, but in the States they run E85 and they still run the water methanol kits too. So yep, that's that one in the boot. And all right, well, I'll just adjust the light and get underneath the rear end. Okay, so and underneath here we've got a 3-inch exhaust system, standard Borg-Warner diff, standard width, standard brakes. This has actually got 31 spline Moser axles in it. Once again, I built this diff back in, it would have been like 2008, I reckon. So back then we weren't using Curry's, the diff shop that I worked at and run, Boss Differentials. Well, that's the axles that we used to get in. So once again, this has got Moser axles in it, with an Eaton Harrop True Track and late model 345 gears in it, but I'm probably going to change them because she runs out of a bit of puff, so I'm probably going to change it to some 323s, I reckon, for that one. So yeah, once again, that's the rear end. And yeah, like I said, we're running some Moser axles in that one. So alrighty, I reckon what I'll do now is I'll run the video clip of this on the dyno at the Chryslers on the Murray. We did 3 pulls with the car, and once again, you know, we're only running 5-pound boost. I was keeping it all conservative once again because I'd never had the car on the dyno, so it was a good opportunity to pay $25 on the day and run the car on the dyno, since we had it over there in Albury, and you know, a bit of fun too. So you know, we didn't make any massive figures, as you'll see, but to know that the car itself is good on a tune-up, and I don't have to worry about that sort of stuff now. So yeah, once again, I haven't had the opportunity because of, you know, all their cruises and everything have closed down and all that sort of stuff. So I've just sort of hit it back in the back burner. But yeah, we're going to wind the boost up a bit more in it, and have a bit more fun. So yeah, okay, I'll run the video of it on the dyno.
made?
I don't know.
196.
Oh, you'd be pretty happy with that.
It was second run.
I wanted 200, so that's close enough.
Yeah, so as you can see, you know, we didn't make any massive amount of power, but you know, you got to understand we were only running 5-pound boost. You know, this engine is completely bog dead standard, and you know, there's nothing special about it at all. So you know, I was happy with the 200 horsepower at the rear that it made. To be quite honest, considering that I had built the engine myself as well, with a little bit of help from my old boss and the mechanic from next door, which was Rob Pate, old Mixo. So you know, once again, it's nothing special. It's basically just an engine, and I could go into some great detail about how an engine shop stuffed that up 2 times before we built it as well. So yeah, it won't go into that anyways. Yeah, once again, like I was saying, it was good to run it on the dyno, to have the tuner to tell me that if I've tuned this on the street, don't touch it, because on the rollers it was absolutely perfect. So yeah, once again, very happy. So hope I haven't bored you too much. Like I said, just something a little bit different, because you know, I've got both the cars in the shop as such, so I just thought, oh, you know, I'll just do a bit of a video, just to you know, just something different. Yeah, alrighty. So thanks again for joining us. If you haven't liked and subscribed, please subscribe. It's free. You know, it'd be fantastic. I'd really appreciate your subscription. Yeah, until I'm looking at you all next time, stay safe, and we'll see you when I'm looking at you next. Mid Coast Diff Shop.